India. The work of drafting the Constitution of India is not an easy one. We have entrusted Dr. Ambedkar with the responsibility of guiding us through this momentous task.
Thank you, Dr. Prasad. This constitution is not merely a set of laws. It will be the foundation of a new democratic India. The struggles of our people, the sacrifices of our freedom fighters, and the visions of our leaders will shape every clause in this document. It will ensure freedom, justice, and equality to every citizen, regardless of their caste, creed, or religion.
But Dr. Ambedkar, drafting such a document as diverse as ours will be so challenging. How do we balance the needs of such a vast population with so many religions and cultures?
This constitution must reflect our nation's unity in diversity. It will create a system that will respect regional identities while ensuring that every citizen is placed equally before the law. We shall ensure fundamental rights and we shall make provisions for the minorities.
Yes, I need to ask something. Dr. Ambedkar, I have a question. In the draft, we have made significant strides towards women's rights. How will the Constitution protect women from discrimination?
Indeed, one of the main pillars of this constitution is equality before the law. It will abolish untouchability and provide women with the right to vote and participate fully in political life. Women will be empowered and their voices will be heard.
What Dr. Ambedkar speaks of is crucial for the future of India. Remember that we are not just drafting laws, we are building a nation. We must create a democratic government that reflects secularism, socialism, and unity.
But we must also remember the importance of education. Our constitution must lay the foundation for an informed, educated society. Our people must understand their rights so that they could use them to the fullest.
Education is indeed central to this constitution. In fact, one of its primary goals is to uplift the masses. Only through education can we ensure that the ideals of democracy and freedom took place in every corner of India.
And Dr. Ambedkar, we must also ensure that the Constitution provides for the effective governance of the nation while balancing the powers between the central and state governments. We cannot let one overpower the other.
Yes, of course, Dr. Prasad. Federal structure of the constitution must balance the needs of both central authority and regional autonomy. It will ensure justice and fairness while respecting the locals, customs, and traditions of the states.
How about the challenges of the castes? Will the Constitution address caste discrimination?
Caste is a deep-rooted issue in India, but the constitution will not only make untouchability legal, it will also provide affirmative actions for those who have suffered for centuries. Our constitution will strive to undo the wrongs of the past and provide a brighter future for the people of marginalized sections of the society.
It seems we have a blueprint for a just progressive India. But B.R. Ambedkar, this work is not only yours, it is ours. We must ensure that every clause in this constitution should reflect the Indian people.
We must ensure that this constitution is a beacon of hope for the future. It must be a symbol of unity and it must stand as a testament for the sacrifices made by millions for our freedom.
Dr. Ambedkar, you have a complete support in this. Let us move forward with the drafting of this great document. May our work bring peace and joy to the citizens of India for generations to come.
This is the beginning of a new era, an era of equality, justice, and opportunity for all. Let us work tirelessly to create a constitution that will serve the people of India for generations to come. Let us take the oath for the constitution. We, the members of the Constituent Assembly have worked day and night with dedication and vision to create a constitution that would guide India towards a future of justice and equality. As we celebrate
the
Republic of India,
Republic of India,
remember that this document
this document,
is a living testament
the living testament
to our commitment to freedom, democracy,
democracy,
and the dignity
and the dignity
of every individual.
of our individual.
Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Good morning, our respective chief guest. I just want to say you a few words. Let us never forget that a nation's greatness lies in its ability to providing equal justice and opportunity to all of its citizens. Thank you.